for someone trying to break in or get started or something, what are some of those websites? Like, what would you tell them to do to try to get an agent?
There are a lot of different ways you can answer this because it depends on where the actor is currently at. A lot of actors think they're not as green as they really are, and they think they're ready for an agent way before they're actually ready for an agent. So, what I would say is if you're focusing on getting an agent and you've never actually put an effort into learning the craft, you're putting the cart before the horse. You need to be a good enough actor to stand out to an agent in an age where, because of the internet, it's more accessible than ever. And it being more accessible than ever is great because you can do it from anywhere, but it also means anyone is competing. So many actors are competing for those same roles. So I would recommend two things. I'd recommend specifically taking film acting classes because if you're coming at it having only taken theater and film are completely different skill sets. I like to compare it to how pottery has similar forms to watercolor painting, but they're also just completely different types of art. It's the same with theater and film and even commercials. All three of them have similar forms. They have some techniques that can carry over to the other, but they're completely different arts. And so if you're only coming at it from theater, take film acting specific classes. And then from there, in those classes, you need to figure out what is your acting edge. What is the thing that you are best at? What would be your typecast? And once you know what your typecast is, that's when you're ready to market yourself to agents as that typecast. And a lot of actors bristle at that at first because they don't want to be typecast. Like, I want to show that I can do everything. I'm a chameleon. And that's fair, but you don't become a chameleon by just throwing a bunch of random stuff to the wall and seeing what sticks. You become a chameleon when you develop a reputation for one thing. That's the thing people know they're reaching out to you for first. And then now that you have trust, now you get opportunities outside of that typecast. But I like to say it's the illusion of choice. Like, if you give too many people too many options of what you could be considered as, they don't know what to do with you. Versus you give them, I played these two characters better than anything else. Now all of a sudden they know what to call you in for specifically. And the best example of this is Stranger Things was not something I was submitted for. It was something that the casting directors were already thinking of me first for because I was able to demonstrate that that was the thing that was my best skill. I don't know what it says about me that creepy sociopathic bullies is what I do better than anything else, but it was, and they remembered that, and that's how I started to find success and find my niche. And then since then, those same casting directors that know that's my strength, now they're giving me auditions for characters outside of that strength because I built that trust. They now know I'm a great actor. They know what I can do. So now it's just curiosity on, ooh, okay, we know Tristan normally does this, but let's see what he can do with this. And that's how you actually start to break out of that typecast mold. Um, and when it comes to getting your first agent, the reason it's important to know your typecast and to double down on that typecast is because the reason an agent signs you is because they don't currently have an actor like you on their roster. You fill some type of hole that is currently in the actors that they have that opens up a new range of roles that they can submit for, right? So, all that to say, you establish your typecast, you double down on that in your agency reach outs. And then from there, it's easy to know what they can do with you immediately from day one. And so not booking, agents are a lot more likely to want to meet with you because my agent, her biggest pet peeve with actors that she's meeting is when they ask her, what kind of roles do you think I could play? I just met you like 10 seconds ago. You should come to me telling me what roles you should play so I can market you that way. I want you to come in knowing who you are and knowing what your strengths are because otherwise, I'm not going to be able to help you discover that, in time for some of these big auditions to, not to make me look good. I hope that somewhat answers that question.